Today we will discuss about the different protocols in TCP/IP reference model. Firstly, we will discuss about the protocols in application layer. There are several applications in the application layer of the internet model that follow the client server scenario. The client server programs can be divided into two categories. Firstly, those that can be directly used by the user like emails, and in second category, those that support the other application programs. Domain name system is a supporting program that is used by other programs like emails. Today we will discuss about the DNS, domain name system. Apart from that, there are several protocols in application layer like HTTP, www, SMTP. But now we are discussing about the DNS service. In this diagram, you can see the example of how the DNS client and server program can support an email program to find the IP address of an email recipient. A user of email program may know the email address of the recipient. However, the IP protocol needs the IP address. The DNS client program sends a request to the DNS server to map the email address to the corresponding IP address. To identify an entity, the TCP/IP protocols use the IP address, which uniquely identifies the connection of a host to a internet. However, people prefer to use names instead of numeric addresses because this is simple method and it is easy to recognize by the name. Therefore, we need a system that can map a name to an address or an address to a name. In earlier days, there were one host file were maintained at every machine which contains the table containing two columns, names and addresses. That system were useful for small systems where the number of computers are less. But in today's internet, we cannot use it because if we are using that scenario, that system, it will increases overhead of the internet as well as it increases traffic over the network. One solution to this problem is to use the domain name system. Here we are using the centralized information is distributed among number of servers, and the requesting client can use the nearer server for accessing the name address information. Here first we will discuss about the concept of namespace. To be unambiguous, the names assigned to a machines must be carefully selected from a namespace with complete control over binding between the names and IP addresses. For doing that, we are having two scenarios, two methods. First is the flat namespace and another is the hierarchical namespace. First, we will discuss about the first type, that is the flat name system, where a name is assigned to an address. A name in this space is a sequence of characters without structure, and the names may or may not have a common section. If they do, it has no meaning. The main disadvantage of a flat namespace is that it cannot be used in a large system like internet because it must centrally control to avoid the ambiguity and duplication. And another part, that is the hierarchical namespace, where each name is made of several parts. The first part can define the nature of the organization, and second part can define the name of organization. Third part can define the departments in the organization, and likewise information is stored in it. In this case, the authority to assign the control, the namespaces can be decentralized. The central authority can assign a part of name that defines the nature of organization and name of the organization. The responsibility of rest of names can be given to the organization itself. The organization can add suffixes or prefixes to the name to define its host or resources. The management of organization need not worry that the prefix chosen for a host is taken by another organization, because even if part of an address is the same, the whole address is different.